Okay, Patty Cake, I'm making you a video. It is 2:14 on Tuesday afternoon. I had a long, strange night where I didn't sleep and got up late and got up early and took a nap and walked the dog in the middle of the day, and I'm kind of out of it. But I just finally got to watch your video, and if I don't get to Skype with you today to talk to you face to face, I'm going to be perturbed. But in the meantime, I'm making you this video, and I know you're going to get a lot of videos made. I know that Virginia Ann made one. I know Miss Rosemary's been trying to upload one for the last 4 hours. Let's hope it gets up. But I want you to know, I made the same video. I did. And it was that it was like 6 months. It was either April, I think it was April, and I'd hit 160. And it was like, when is enough enough? When is skinny enough skinny enough? When do I feel like I reached the finish line? When did I feel like I succeeded? And that's when I made the big decision that, because nobody had given me a goal, that I was going to say, but by the way, you've lost the same amount of weight I lost at 6 months. I mean, really. I mean, you probably lost more. Actually, probably did lose more. I'm at 110 pounds down now, but 25 of that came off before I went on the table. So probably have only lost about the same amount post-surgery. You're doing great. But I decided to take my pack off and claim victory. Remember, I wrote this big, long dissertation of personal decisions for being finished and why. And then I chose to do the same thing every day anyway, but to stop striving towards a blue ribbon, someone to say you're a winner. I stopped striving, and it's all just done its own thing since then, and it still comes off. And we all fall into disrepair in the exercise game. You know what? You've made it. You've made a public confession. Now you're just going to kick your butt up, and tomorrow you're going to walk out the door and take a walk. And walk for your own pleasure. And wear the pedometer or don't wear the pedometer, but just go out and take a walk. Clear your head. Do the walk for your head, not your body. And then you know that the rest will call you. It'll say, come on, Pat, let's go for a walk. That felt so good yesterday. You know that's going to happen. That's what happens. And the food thing, don't think I don't have my times and my moments. I have been very fortunate. I will not lie to you. I have not struggled to the degree some people have struggled. I don't know why. It could be the surgery, the surgeon, the procedure exactly, how small he made something, how big he made something, I don't know. It could be that I'd been on South Beach for like 3 years and couldn't lose any weight, and so I already ate less than anyone I knew anyway and still couldn't lose any weight. It could be that I'm used to having focus on food being minimum in my life. Didn't matter if I was 250 pounds, it was still minimum in my life. It still didn't help me get thin. So I don't struggle a lot. I think in February, out of November to February, about February when my appetite started to really come back, or January, I noticed that I ate more on my plate than I probably should be, and then I remembered people were measuring their food, and so I started to remeasure my food. So now I'm much more careful about what looks like about a cup of food, or a cup and a half, depending on what I'm eating. I'm very specific about it. I eat the same stuff over and over and over. I do not want to cook and make delicious things. I want to cook enough that something that tastes good, and I throw it in the freezer and I pull it out and I eat it over and over and over again. It's easier for me that way. I don't want to be a food whore. I don't want to get randy, if that's the right way to put it, when I think about certain food products. I don't want to get horny for food. Um, uh, so I understand that, and that's a slippery slope. We all have those foods that are like those whatchamacallit foods. Oh crap. What's the word I'm looking for? The ones if you start to eat them, they just take you right down. I just stay as far away from them as I can. And if I find that I overdo, I just get up and get back on my horse the next day. And I know you can do the same. Sorry you're down. I've been there. Oh God, you know I've been there. I just want you to know that we're all here. We've all walked through the exact same shit, and we all have to we have to pull our big girl panties up, and then the next second is the next second of your new life. It doesn't have to start the next day or the next week to have a clean slate. You start the next second, the next minute. There's no point in waiting until the sun comes up again. You just go, okay, starting right now, back on it, back on it. and you just do what you know is best for your body and best for your mind, and what comes off comes off. Do not beat yourself up. Stay away from the bad stuff. Know that you're doing the very best you can. Take a walk, feel better. You don't have to walk 28 miles a week. I do maybe an hour a day, maybe. Lately I've backed up a little bit because I was starting to lose again, and I didn't know that I want to get a lot thinner. It makes me a little nervous. So I've backed up on the walking a little tiny bit, but I'm like at 138, and it kind of freaked me out. So I mean, if it looked good on me, it would be one thing, but boy, if you could see my ribs and my bony shoulders with the coat hanger look on things. But so, I'm just letting my body do its own thing. Just do the best you can do. You know the right things to do, Pat. You know what they are. Get out and walk. Do something that's sustainable for you. Eat food and food choices and ease of prep that is sustainable for you. I have one of those vacuum seal things I got a few years ago, and I got that out the other day, and I made a huge pot of quinoa with like white beans and kale, you know, big pot. Steve's never going to eat that stuff. And I made all these little pouches that are like a couple of days servings, like two servings. And I freeze them, suck the air out, throw them in the freezer, pull them out. That's what I can eat. Steve, I can make him a hamburger or whatever, but I just pull that out and eat. I'm done. It's the path of least resistance. That's the way I have to look at my food. It's just food. It's just something I have to do, not something I have to get titillated over. You know what to do, Pat. Don't give up. We're in it together. I love you. And I wish I could say, accept, detach, and move on was mine, but that was Queen Steve's. But it helped me tremendously, and I'm glad to see you quote it. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.